Have you ever watched a Call of Duty professional and wondered how they move so fluidly, react so quickly, and seemingly their recoil control is impeccable? It makes you wonder if a lot of these pros are using some sort of device to modify their aim or somehow have speed hacks that can move faster than you can. Well, the reality of the situation is that they're not using hacks and they're just using controller tweaks that you can do as well. So in this video, we're going to cover 15 controller settings that will allow you to play like a Call of Duty Warzone professional. Now, for the sake of this video, we are in a Modern Warfare 2 private match. We're going to go through all the settings, and not only that, we're going to show you how to use them in both ways. That's rude, man. I'm trying to film this video here. And we're going to show you how to use this on Warzone and multiplayer. And don't worry, if you play a different Call of Duty or you're looking for the Modern Warfare 3 Call of Duty, these settings and tips will still be applicable. Now, the first setting that we're going to look at is ADS sensitivity multiplayer. Hang on, somebody's coming here. That was once again rudely interrupted. Now, ADS sensitivity multiplayer is actually when you aim down sight, your sensitivity is going to move a little bit slower when you track. For example, when I aim down sight, I actually can slow down my ADS a little bit. That way, my aim is not going everywhere. Now, if your aim looks like a circle, you might want to put your ADS sensitivity multiplier even lower to, say, 0.5. That way, when you aim down sight, it's a little bit slower ADS, so you can move freely and then immediately stop on a dime. Now, the next setting we're going to look at actually is a big misconception when it comes to Call of Duty, and that is to use the aim assist type default. A lot of people have said to use precision or black ops, but I promise you that default aim assist is the best one to use because it's going to allow you to activate what's called rotational aim assist. And let me show you what I mean. Rotational aim assist is actually when you strafe or move your left stick while you're actually aiming in, which allows you to get a greater sort of aim assist. And let me show you what I mean by this. As I fight that player, I'm moving my left stick, allowing me to drop them instantly and hit more headshots. And this is called rotational aim assist, but while your opponent is moving, it actually makes it easier to track people in the air and therefore get more kills. And our next secret setting is going to be to change our dead zone to a lower input, such as 0.05 or 0.03. The newer your controller, you will want to use a lower dead zone sensitivity. Now, I've had my controller for such a long time that it just makes sense to go with 0.05. Now, dead zone is actually how responsive your controller is. And a lot of people, interestingly enough, believe that your controller sensitivity is what gives you your sensitivity, but I run 5.5 and can still have a very fluid sensitivity because of my dead zone. So run the lowest dead zone as possible. Now, how do you actually find your dead zone? What you're going to do is you're going to go into a private match of MW2 and look at your center dot here. Now, if it continues to move around the screen without you touching your controller, that means you need to actually raise your dead zone. That way you're not fighting an input. But here's a secret here that a lot of people really don't talk about. And that's that if you lower your sensitivity to around 5 or 6 and then make your dead zone extremely fast, say 0.02, now it might move a little bit. As you can see, my center dot is now moving without me touching anything here. I'm not touching any stick on my controller, but it's actually better to fight dead zone a little bit and be a little bit more responsive because it's going to train you to actually move your stick. And if you're moving your stick, it doesn't matter if it's automatically moving because you are overriding the controls. So this is something that actually Joe, who's one of the best movement players, says, is that he'd rather be fighting a dead zone at all times because he's always moving his left stick. Therefore, it doesn't really matter if it's moving by itself because he's constantly fighting the center dot here, as you can see. You can actually see here, my center dot's not moving at all because I am actually moving the stick at all times. Therefore, I'm constantly putting this centering here where I need it to be. Now, notice that my centering is always on the next angle, window, or object that it needs to be. And if you do that, it doesn't matter if your dead zone is moving a little bit because you're always fighting it. Now, the next two settings here, we're not going to really show you in a tip because they're kind of hard to quantify and actually measure. But we're going to use the aim response curve type of dynamic versus standard and linear. Now, using standard is just going to give you kind of like a regular type of response when you hit something on your controller, whereas linear is going to be a little more instant, similar to using, say, a mouse and keyboard. And lastly, dynamic is going to give you the best reaction time in addition to balance sensitivity, and that is why most people and professionals use dynamic aim response curve type. Additionally, we're once again going to throw in this 0.7 ADS sensitivity multiplier. Now, the next setting is going to be extremely important when it comes to Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone 3, if that's what it's going to be called, and let me explain why. You see, in Call of Duty Warzone 1, slide canceling was a deadly way to get around the map, and if you didn't know, in this game, the slide is a little bit more fluid, but you still really can't utilize it to the best of your ability. When you slide in this game, it's still a little bit sluggish here. However, one way, just like in that situation, to challenge people is tactical sprinting. So go to your controller settings and make sure that you have automatic tactical sprint on, because it's going to allow you to navigate out a tricky situation. Automatic tactical sprint is going to allow you to actually jump around corners and challenge in situations where you otherwise couldn't. Automatic tactical sprint allows me to just sprint, come around the corner, and challenge multiple enemies here. And go this way, and get more of a jump out. Because if I have more of a jump out, it allows me to be a little bit more aggressive and fluid with my movement. Now, the next setting we're going to look at is actually in graphics, and it is 118 FOV. Now, believe it or not, this is one of the most important settings that you need to look at, because it's going to give you the visibility of 120 FOV, but it's going to give you greater aim assist, which is what a lot of people get on, say, 105 to 110 FOV. Now, I'm going to show you the difference between this FOV and, say, the default, which is 80 FOV, and you'll see just how much of a difference it is. Now, this is 80 FOV. Now, we're going to try to get in a gunfight here and see what it looks like. I mean, look how more zoomed in we are. We try to take a fight at, say, mid-range or long range. I mean, look how much less I can see here. So now we're back on 118, but let's set our graphics to independent. Now, see when I zoom in how my FOV changes. That means when I zoom in, I'm actually losing my peripherals here, and I can no longer see around me, and I'm actually going to have greater recoil. Now, let's put this in action. See how my gun kicks a little bit more with the visual recoil as I go up here. But if I change this setting, this is really two settings here. Excuse me, I'm trying to show them something. See how when I jump in there, I actually almost lose that gunfight because I'm zooming in. So we'll change this to affected here. See how I don't really zoom in, and it's a lot easier to hit shots. When I jump, my field of view actually moves a little bit less than it would, allowing me to actually hit shots here. And that is a critical thing. So you definitely need to change this setting. This is probably number one, other than, of course, actually getting a controller with aim controller. And by the way, the link is in the description if you want to do that, and use code CPreds to save 10%. That is also going to help you because you're going to get back paddles, allowing you to jump and move while you aim, which is super important. Now, I hope you guys did get value out of these controller settings, and I'm going to put up some Warzone gameplay for you all, and this is actually from a nuke attempt. So I hope you guys do enjoy it, and subscribe if you do want to see a full video breaking down how to get a nuke and improve further as a Warzone player. With Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone 3 coming, I'm going to be giving you guys lots of tips. So shout out to the Noti Gang. Make sure to turn on that notification bell, like the video, enjoy the rest of this one, and we'll see you guys for a live stream tonight here on YouTube and Twitch.
Stack him out. Yep.
Other one to the right.
Yep.
He's trying to run. He's trying to run. He's weak.
Nice. You're good. We're second. Yo, look at these kids rotating in.
On
buy. Yep.
Right
Yep.
now.
Hold on. I don't think we push. Hold on.
I got that kid weak. All right.
Behind us. Trust.
Yeah.
Okay.
We hold this building.
Yeah, there's so many over there, bro.
They bought on it.
Yeah, right there. What? I was peeing. What? That's.
He's on the fence there or what? Yo, do I pop the advance now or wait a sec?
Yeah. Advance.
Okay, beautiful.
Look at this team behind us. This is easy look.
Yeah. Look at this team coming up from water right now too.
Side one.
I'm pushing this with you. I'm sandwiching this with you. I don't see him, bro.
There's one that landed on the building that we just went to, by the way.
Okay, dead. Nice.
We gotta get this team to the left.
Yeah.
Did he get high ground, Ocho? He had to.
Oh yeah,
right?
true.
I have a flare. I have a flare. There's a guy below in this building. Oh, this is the spot, boys. In this spot. Watch the rotate here.
I'm gonna go clear him out, okay?
Yeah,
Got it.
we'll play safe. He's looking this way.
Nah, bro, he's bombed.
Yo, Ocho. We're gonna be looked at from everybody. Watch out. I think we focused the right side here.
Yep.
There's a few teams rotating in here. Bro, do we jump to Jumex right now?
Find one
Yeah, go,
close.
go, go, go. I'm gonna drop a mortar right there on you.
Another one.
Yeah, I dropped
Yeah.
a mortar right on you.
Somebody behind coffin.
That's me.
They're all
Got it.
dead. They're all dead.
But high alert right in front of you, Jumex, and gas.
Okay, I heard
Weak.
him.
He's
I'm
in there.
outside
He's in there.
the
He's in
fence.
there. I'm gonna rotate early.
Let me see your bread. Hold on.
Yep. Behind you.
On me.
Dead.
Down him.
Nice.
Where's it? I got it.
I
Don't worry
dropped
about
it, dropped
Keep
it.
Keep pushing.
I'm gonna go across. I'm going across.
In the water.
I'm rotating early. I still got 2 smokes.
Alright.
I'm on the seg glitch. I'm on the seg glitch. I'm on the seg.
You see them? Between
Yep.
us?
Yep. Dude on this bridge.
Dude, this Vaznet is so good.
Behind, under. You got Ocho?
Yep.
In the water, in the water, in the water.
In the water. Last 2 are in the water.
Yep. Nice! Let's go! Absolutely fried him, bro. Holy.
That's the new contract game right there, baby.
We just fried them, bro.